Well, hi folks, here we are again. Time to core out the sand barrels for the exhibition carrots. I've already done this one, so I've just got this smaller one to do for my stump carrots. So we'll get all the stuff together and I'll show you how it's done and what the procedure is. Well, hi folks, I've got this box full of sand now. It's sharp sand, or some people call it washed concreting sand. It's basically quite coarse stuff with biggish bits in, but mine's also got a little bit of fine sand in it as well. And what we're going to do is, using a piece of downspout about 2 and 3/4 of an inch diameter, I'm going to use this to take plugs of sand out and then fill these plugs up with the special compost mix, which I'll put a link to the video I did about that. So basically what it's a matter of doing is taking your pipe and pushing it down. I've got a mark on there because I want them all exactly the same depth, so that's set to 22 inches. So you don't need to do it in one full go. And as you can see, the sand's stuck in the pipe, thankfully. I'll just drop it out into my bucket and go in again. Go down to the mark, that's 22 inches, and hopefully it should all stay in the pipe. Now, some people have trouble keeping the sand in the pipe. Now, this can be for two reasons. One, your sand's too sharp and not got enough fine sand in it, or it's too dry. Now what I do, I water my sand about a day or two before. I make sure it's quite moist but let it drain, and I also scratch the inside of the pipe really well to give the sand something to key to. And if you are having that problem, try that. Or another thing is, when you're lifting it out, put your hand over the top to try and form a bit of a vacuum, which can also help lift the sand out. But like I say, I don't seem to have many problems because I've got the reasonable sort of sand. And another thing is, if you've got loose sand, you can actually do one hole and then fill it, do another hole, fill it, because otherwise you might be risking the whole thing collapsing. But like I say, mine never seems to do that. I can always do all the holes in one go and then fill them all in one go as well. So that's another one down to the mark. So that's the depth of compost we're going to be growing in, that depth. So we'll get on and do all these, and I'll just show you how easy it is to fill them, and then we'll show you how we do it, how we core out the giant long carrots as well. So there we go folks, that's 16 holes done. That's the sort of size, 2 and 3/4 inches. I've done roughly about 6-inch centres, so I can get 16 in a just short of a 2-foot square box. They're all exactly the same size and depth, so hopefully that'll maximise the chance of uniformity in the carrots if everything's grown exactly the same size hole. So I'll just show you how I fill the hole up now with the special compost. Alright then folks, this is the compost, the stuff I mix up. Like I said, I did a video of that. If you look through my videos, you'll see what I put into it and how I do it. It's basically just really finely sieved Levington stuff, but you can use any compost you like really. It's just that I know what I'm getting with Levingtons because it's usually the same every year. And I've made myself a little proper old allotment funnel. Necessity is the mother of invention and all that stuff. So all I'm going to do is just simply trickle this compost down till the hole's filled. I used to actually tamp it down a little bit with a cane, but I've stopped doing that the last 2 years, and I've had far better results just letting it settle under its own weight. I reckon it takes about 1.5 litres of compost to fill each hole, so it's not a great deal. So that's that one, nearly full. Just give it a little light squashing down at the end, and that's one done. Now what I've started doing now is to put these just little rings, or just little cut-offs of a pipe straight over the hole, so that when you're watering you can actually just water straight into the compost rather than getting it everywhere. Or if you're just broadcasting your watering, it doesn't wash the compost out of the tubes. So that's what a lot of these top show growers started doing, so I thought why not try it, and it seemed to work. So it is a bit of a tedious task, but I could think of worse things to do. So that's another one. Just give it a little. So it doesn't take that long. So that's a couple done. So I'll finish off, show you what it looks like, and then we'll have a go at the long carrots, which is a different proposition altogether. Well, right folks, that's it done now. 16 in that box, 20 in that box. I've got about another 40 to do outside. But that's it really. I'll just give them a little bit of a quick water in, and I'll cover them up with polythene until I sow my seeds. And I'll be sowing seeds, 2 sweet candle seeds in each station as they're called, and then thinning down to the wheat, to the strongest one. And I'll give them 150 days from sowing to pulling for the shows ideally. Then they've got a really good stump end on them. And if they're as good as last year, then I'll be really happy. So that's the stump ones done. Now we'll have a look at doing the long carrot ones. Well, hi folks, now we're on to the long carrot ones. I've got some big 200 litre barrels. They're about 3 foot 6 tall, and I've sat them on a foot of sand below as well, so I've got about 4 foot 6 of depth to go. I'm going to try and put 6 cores in here, so 5 round the edge and 1 in the middle. I'm going to use exactly the same method using this core, but it's a bit harder this time because you've got to get a lot of depth out. And it's quite compact at the bottom, so we'll give it a go. Got to do it bit at a time, but it's the same principle. Try and get a bit of purchase on it. I did try doing it with a big bar and just boring it out. You don't have to get your stomach muscles going this one. Get my weight on top of it. I think we've hit something pretty solid there. That's nearly full length of the pipe. If I get a carrot that long, I'll be happy anyway. So what I'll do with these now is I want to make them a bit wider at the top. So I've got a rake handle, a big thick rake handle. I'm going to try and put it in the hole without sticking the top through my polytunnel. Put it in the hole. I'll try and get it a little bit deeper at the bottom, and that's it, down to something solid. And I'm just going to turn it around like this, try and get the top about 4 inches wide, and then the hole will be sort of a conical shaped hole. Like that. That'll do. So that's one done. Take this out. So if I can get a carrot that long, that'll do me. So basically I just fill it exactly the same with the same compost, plant again, give them a good 150 days or even longer for these. I won't bother showing you how to fill it because it's exactly the same way as with the stump ones. So that's how we do the long ones. It's a bit of a harder way to do it, but it's all worth it in the end when you pull a big monstrous thing out. So that's about it folks. Coring the long and stump carrots out, how to grow them. It's just all the preparation that's the hard stuff, because once they're growing they sort of can look after themselves. So give it a go, just try one box, see how you get on, you'll be amazed. See you later.